Good Friday morning, everyone. And it's a very appropriate chapter that we come to today in our study through The Purpose-Driven Life by Pastor Rick Warren. We're on day 10. It's not too late to get started. You could get the book this weekend, or you can order it on Amazon and get it overnight for most people, because we're reading through this together. And we come to chapter 10 entitled The Heart of Worship. And Pastor Rick wanted us to make sure that our worship is pure and sincere. And he says that the heart of worship is surrender. Surrender of our life to God. It's appropriate that it's on Friday because I always invite you to come to worship at Saddleback Church, Laguna Woods, if you don't have your own church home. And if you do, then you worship there. And if this is your church or you don't have a church, come and give Saddleback a try. Clubhouse 5, 9 and 11, serve you a continental breakfast. I would love to meet you and hear that you're kind of on this journey. I'd love to hear from anybody that's on this journey as we reread or read for the first time The Purpose-Driven Life. Now, the verse for this day comes from Romans 6:13. And it says this: give yourselves to God, surrender your whole being to him to be used for righteous purposes. Surrender of our life to God. That is the ultimate worship. That's hard here in America because we're kind of taught to, hey, never give up. We can do everything. Winning is everything here. Surrendering or giving up, submission. It's often unthinkable. But that is the heart of worship. And you know what? As Rick points out, it's the natural response to God's amazing love. He first loved us. He first loved us, the Bible says. Romans 12:1 says, my friends, because of all of God's mercy and his amazing love for us, offer yourselves as a living sacrifice to God, dedicated to his service and pleasing to him, because this is the true worship that you should offer. Other versions say, offer your bodies a living sacrifice, holy and acceptable unto him, which is our reasonable act of service. Romans 12:1 is such a great verse. I love it because it lays out the logic that anything less than surrendering our whole life to him really doesn't make any sense in light of all that God has done for us. There are a couple of barriers that Rick addresses in this chapter. One is fear, and one is pride, on reasons that sometimes we don't surrender and just give our lives up for him. Fear, for instance. How do you beat fear? Well, you beat fear by trust. And how do you learn to have trust, complete trust in God? It's by seeing how he spared nothing for us. His love is so amazing, you need not fear. Romans 5:8. Memorize this verse. God proves his love for us in that while we were yet sinners, Christ died for us. We didn't deserve anything. And yet Christ went to the cross, suffered, and died for us. But that other barrier, oftentimes to total surrender, is pride. Pride. We want to be like God. This is the oldest temptation that Satan has ever used. And you know why I can say it's the oldest one? Because it comes in Genesis chapter 3, verse 5. And he said, if you'll eat of that fruit, you will be like God. You'll be like God. We don't want to be like God. We'll never be God. We never will be. We've got to get over that pride. Let's let God be God. And you know what? Surrender of life, surrender in worship is really the best antidote. To put him first, to see God as on the throne, his throne, not our throne. And worship's the best way. I hope you'll come out to worship this Sunday. I'm going to let you worship a little bit right now as we end our week. Matt Redman wrote a song called The Heart of Worship. And I love this version. He's singing it, actually filmed at San Juan Capistrano Mission. May it bless your heart. May we worship God right now and then again on Sunday. And then I'll see you right back here on Monday. See you then.
When the music fades, all is stripped away, and I simply come, longing just to bring something that's of worth, that will bless your heart. I'll bring you more than a song, for a song in itself is not what you have required. You search much deeper within, through the way things appear. You're looking into my heart. I'm coming back to the heart of worship. And it's all about you. It's all about you, Jesus. I'm sorry, Lord, for the thing I've made it. When it's all about you, it's all about you, Jesus. I'll bring you more than a song, for a song in itself is not what you have required. You search much deeper within, through the way things appear. You're looking into my heart. I'm coming back. I'm coming back to the heart of worship. And it's all about you. It's all about you, Jesus. I'm sorry, Lord, for the thing I've made it. When it's all about you, it's all about you, Jesus. Always has been, always will be. I'm coming back to the heart of worship, and it's all about you. It's all about you, Jesus. I'm sorry, Lord, for the thing I've made it. When it's all about you, it's all about you, Jesus.